Have you ever thought how nice it would be to sit on a chair all day sunbathing while getting paid? Well, now's your chance to get an inside look of what a job of a lifeguard is like. We'll go over the misconceptions you might have of a lifeguard's duties, look at how a lifeguard does more than you think, and we'll look at how a lifeguard deals with people and situations that might seem surprising to you. I have lifeguarded at my local pool for the past 3 summers now. This past summer, I was the assistant pool manager and acting pool manager for about a month. A lifeguard job seems easy, right? Well, there's actually a lot more to it. We're going to look at the misconceptions you might have of a lifeguard's duties. So I'm not only a lifeguard, but I'm also a babysitter and a janitor. You might be wondering, how is this possible? Well, oftentimes I'm sitting on a chair watching the pool and realize that a patron is not watching their child and immediately have to focus on the child and the pool all together. I also spend my mornings and evenings cleaning the pool for probably 30 minutes to an hour. It just depends. According to Sean, a lifeguard of 6 years, I've seen a 2-year-old walk down the steps at the shallow end until he's underwater. And mom's busy chatting 5 feet away, not paying any attention. Most of the time, according to Greg, a lifeguard and pool manager, most of the time we're the ones doing the daily cleaning. As you can see from these two people, I'm not the only lifeguard that deals with cleaning and with watching children. Lifeguards also have to ensure safety and make sure that everyone is safe in the pool. I'm often watching and making sure that no one's at the bottom of the pool drowning and making sure that everyone is able to swim across the pool safely without getting hurt. A lifeguard also has to make sure that they scan the pool regularly and make sure that no one is in danger. Yeah, you're probably thinking that a lifeguard not only sits on a chair all day tanning, has to clean a little, and ensures safety. Big deal, right? But there's actually a lot more to it. Some of the lifeguard duties that you might seem surprising to you are I have to do bookwork. Every morning I come into to work and I count the amount of patrons from the previous day, the guests, and any earnings we've made from that day. I also reconcile accounts, and I teach swim lessons in the mornings and afternoons, which can sometimes cause me to be at work for up to 10 hours on certain days. There's so many more activities that I wish I could tell you about, but unfortunately we have to move on. If you're still thinking being a lifeguard is cake, you might be surprised at what comes next. Dealing with people in unique situations can be one of the biggest struggles of a lifeguard's life. There's so many times that I've had to deal with irate patrons over pool rules, how they might not think that a rule applies to them or that they're above the rule. I also have to deal with dealing with emergency situations. For example, one time I was at work on the chair and I noticed a lady running up the hill with her daughter in her hand. I looked at the girl's foot and she had blood covering her entire foot and a shirt wrapped around it. I immediately rushed to help her, clean the wound, make sure that I got all the glass out, and then I proceeded to bandage and inform her that she needs to get to the ER immediately for stitches. According to arc.usla.org, out of more than 385 million people, under 9 million people are saved by preventative actions, and 75,944 people are saved annually. This is all done by lifeguards. Often the lifeguard, if they notice someone struggling in the water, will get them a life jacket or some kind of preserver to help them float. This is all a part of the 9 million people who are saved by preventative actions. We also ensure that we know our saves and practice them each month to make sure that no one drowns. According to arc.usla.org, 17 fatalities happen a year. This is always a risk a lifeguard has to deal with, and it hangs over our heads. What if we don't save that one person? What if something were to happen and we weren't able to get to them? I always have to think about these measures whenever at work. Now we are going to review the misconceptions of a lifeguard's job, the duties of a lifeguard, and dealing with people in unique situations. I'm going to leave you with one last thought. Look more into a job next time you decide to get one. Unfortunately, I didn't look into my job, and now I'm stuck here not only watching the pool, watching people's children, and cleaning, So hopefully you learn from my mistakes and look more into depth whenever you get a job. I hope this presentation helps you with your view on the lifeguard and maybe you learned a little something today. Thank you.